Good morning, CCA. I'm Mr. Lane,
And this is Cam.
and we are excited to be back on this Friday morning in school, but it's the last day right before the weekend, so we're excited about that. And it is time for you to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Now for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now for some general announcements. Operation Christmas Child continues that collection through November 4th. Remember that we are collecting items all the way from 6th grade to 12th grade, and that each, well, actually it's preschool to 12th grade, but each classroom has a list of the items that grade is supposed to bring. So if you have any questions, just see the poster that's on the wall. It should be right above the collection box. You can also see your homeroom teacher if you have any questions about that. A lot of our students are already participating and have brought in a lot of items, but we need everybody to pitch in if we're going to be able to pack 500 Christmas boxes this year. And our SGA, Missions Club, and NHS members have put together a short video about why we're collecting these items.
Hey guys, just a reminder that Christ Chapel Academy is doing Operation Christmas Child to support kids all around the world with beautiful gifts.
And yeah, we just wanted to come on here and remind you guys how important this is. We're fortunate, unlike some children around the world, and they'd be really excited if they got these special things.
And I'm going to read off the list of items to bring. So pre-K 3, pre-K 4, and kindergarten have to bring in 2 packs of washcloths. And in that pack, there has to be at least 4 and 2 coloring books. And then 1st and 3rd grade brings in 2 packs of soap, which needs to have at least 4 in each pack, and 1 pack of crayons. 2nd, 4th, and 5th grade need to bring 4 individually packed toothbrushes and 1 pack of colored pencils. 6th grade needs to bring in 4 individually packed toothbrushes. 7th and 8th grade needs to bring crayons, 5 packs of crayons. And then 9th and 10th grade has to bring 5 packs of colored pencils. 11th and 12th grade are in charge of bringing WOW items, and so is the CCA faculty and staff.
And just another reminder, the collection date ends next Friday, November 4th, and also on November 16th, we're going to do a packing day. And just another reminder, as with all these reminders, that a toothbrush, these little simple things can help a kid go so far. We might think a toothbrush, crayons, or WOW items, just little things, but this can make a kid's day, a week, a year. Just remember that we're fortunate enough to be living in this society that we should be able to give back to others. Peace out.
Thanks, guys.
Penny Wars ended today. Thanks for all of you that participated, and here's a quick video on why we were collecting pennies.
From the moment we opened our first Ronald McDonald House, we saw a need. It wasn't just sick children who required care. Their families did too. And so it began. The Family-Centered Care Ronald McDonald House Charities facilitates and supports throughout the world. Care that keeps families together and involved. Care that provides respite without leaving the hospital. Care that brings basic health care to children and families in underserved communities. Today, our programs and services offer care and comfort to millions of families across the globe. Yet, the need continues, and Ronald McDonald House Charities will be there. Because when a child is sick, the greatest gift we can give is the love and strength of family.
Also, coffee house auditions are November 4th in the upper school cafeteria. You can speak to Ms. Settles if you have any questions. And I have a question for you, Mr. Lane.
Okie dokie.
Have you ever auditioned for anything?
I have had to audition for some things before, yes. When I was in high school, I really liked drama. And I'll tell you why I like drama. I was on block schedule like you guys are except we had 4 classes, an hour and a half each. And the easiest class to take was drama. So I would take like my core classes, and then I would take drama. And I think I had drama every semester in high school. And then I got to the point where I could do not just drama, but directing, and I liked the power. So I could just tell people, like, go stage left or go stage right, or
Right.
you're singing off tune, or you're trash. No, I never sing that. But yeah. So I used to audition a lot,
Cool.
and I got every part I wanted.
Hmm.
I was never a tree or a bush or rock number 2. Yes.
That's good.
And you'll have to ask, I don't know if I should say this, but when I was in college, I thought I was going to continue doing drama. So the college I went to, Welch, did this program, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Of course, you know, you want to be the lion. Well, this director had something against me personally, I think, because I became policeman number 2 and the beaver. And there is this part in the play where some character has passed out, and the beaver has to like use his beaver tail to like fan them awake. And so you can imagine what that might have looked like. You'll have to ask Mrs. Lane about that. But yeah, that was really entertaining. All right. Well, this day in history, Harvard University was founded in the year 1636. I don't know if you can believe that. It was actually the first educational institution founded in the United States. And the reason why it was founded was to train pastors. And oddly enough, most of our Ivy League schools, like Harvard and Stanford and those kind of places, even Duke, were started as religious Christian institutions to train pastors for the ministry. And so one of the things that kind of came up about this day in history, Harvard used to be called New College, and then it changed its name to Harvard because Pastor John Harvard gave some money and helped supported the school. So that was kind of neat. But it's really been an issue for me over the last few years, and really highlighting it. Young men aren't answering the call to preach anymore. So they're not going into the ministry. And so I was kind of a sad statistic. Most pastors are over the age of 60. Almost half of all pastors are over 60 years old. And only 10% of young people are going into the ministry. But 50 years ago, the number was like 25 or 30%. So a shortage of pastors, answering the call to full-time Christian ministry. So maybe we need to kind of get back to some of those roots where young men are kind of get the sense of that call to be in ministry and to do the work that God maybe is calling them to do. But yeah, Harvard, a training school for pastors, founded this day.
And on the Harvard topic, your 20-second trivia question is, what is the current acceptance rate to get into Harvard? I'll give you some time to talk about it. The answer is 5%. It's very low.
5%.
Yes.
That's tough. I wonder how many people apply. It's got to be a lot.
Yeah.
Because I think people just apply there just to be like, meh. Throwing out the applications, might as well send it off to Harvard.
Yeah.
But it's, very competitive for sure. Okay, so in sports today, all of the practices have already been listed on the schedule, so I won't go over those. But yesterday was the final home game, regular season home game that is, for varsity soccer. And so yesterday, after the game, they honored the 4 seniors that are on the team. So Mark and Luke and Jan, as well as Milton, were honored for what they do on and off the field. And so it was kind of a sad time, knowing that this was going to be their last regular season home game in soccer. and they put in all of this work and energy and everything into soccer. But they're student athletes. They're leaders in the classroom and on the field. So very proud of them and to see the growth they've had over the season.
And for verse of the day today, the verse is James 1:22, and it reads, "Do not merely listen to the word, and so deceive yourselves. Do what it says." What do you know that means?
I'm more familiar with this verse as being, don't just be hearers of the word, but be doers also, is kind of the idea. And at our house, when I say to do something, I expect it to get done. And like, for instance, if one of the younger kids, like Tidance, is still like on his Nintendo or something, I will look at him and all I will do sometimes is just tug on my ear. And that is supposed to be his signal that he's not supposed to be just a hearer. Because what he'll say is, "I hear you, Dad, I'm going to do it." Don't just be a hearer, but be a doer also. So when you hear something, you take the action to go ahead and get it done. Right. And in the Bible, James is saying, hey, listen, don't just hear, but put these things into practice. Because God just doesn't like big-headed Christians that have all this knowledge and all this truth, and He wants you to do something with it. Go impact the world with what you know. Jesus said, go and they'll know you by your love. Well, how do you do that? And God's Word is going to tell you. God's Word is going to tell you how to have those fruits of the Spirit and live those things out. So, it's not just about head knowledge. It's about applying those things to our heart and lives, living them out. Being those examples Christ wants you to be.
That's all we have for you guys today. So until next time.